My boy in the background going, he wilding right now. Ugh. Oh, hey, how you doing there? You know, thank you, Poodle. All right. Thank you. And TikTok is going. Ding, ding, ding. Falama ding, ding, ding. Lama, lama, ding. Go, go, Shana. Come on, Shana. Follow me, Shana. Ding, ding. Yeah. Y'all know that song? No? All right. Oh. Yes, yeah. It's a soca song. Alright, let's get some music. Music ain't gotta be that damn loud. But we just gonna let that play in the background. And we just gonna send the invites out. I hate for some reason it won't allow me to put it as a podcast. Which I don't understand that. Alright, thank you. I needed you there. I'm just sharing out the stream, sharing it out. Last Lady Nikki, what's going on? Good morning. I mean, Lord Jesus, what's up? Losing my mind. King, what's going on? Welcome in. Dear, what's going on? What's going on? This podcast time, y'all. Nah, baby. Y'all not, What you got going on here? They thought they was getting a commercial break off of me. Nisi, thank you for the heart me. And the go populars. Joy, what's going on? Poodle in the building. What's going on, Poodle? Y'all, it's gonna be a crazy episode. We're gonna be talking about a lot of crazy ass shit. Let me see. Make sure that y'all send the shares. Share this shit out. Share it out. Share it out. Share it out. Oh, hit that shit. Oh, hit that shit. Oh, hit that. Oh. Woody bop bop beep bop. Woody buddy bop beep bop. Dee doop bop doop bop. Oh. Y'all can't tell me that's about. That go hard. It's the stark silence. Sailor, what's going on? Yay. Alright, let's see. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. was really hoping that we would have people sending their story, especially the men's, because I to hear the men's side of things would have been like amazing. Yeah, it's alright. Maybe next time. Maybe it's a little too soon and y'all don't trust me. Look at me looking over to the side. What's going on? Lisa in the building. You gonna say it's a trap? All right. We're going to start in a few minutes. I definitely just want to make sure a few people come on in here and get settled in. Make sure that y'all got y'all teacups. Get y'all teacups for the peach tea. Clock it. Tasha, what's going on? Welcome in. Milts, what's going on, Milts? Welcome in, welcome in. Miss OG Simmons, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Xavier, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Madison, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. Shout out to everybody that's on the YouTube side. Shout out to everybody that's on the Twitch side. I cannot see those comments, but hello. How you doing? Hope everything is fine. Wonderful. Yeah. I feel like I should have some other. Oh, that shit is live. Hold on. Nah, I'll do that some other time. Don't want to risk it. Don't want to risk it. Skippy Boom, what's going on? Skippy Boom. Jill, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Blitz. Blitz. It's Blitz. They're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That must be on the on my other Twitch. Not for nothing, these drinks on the table look mad good. And I would not mind one right now. I would not. I wouldn't mind taking a little ship. I had Five Guys today for the first time in like mad long. Like in some years, yeah. I just didn't get the fries. Yeah. Because they fucking expensive, but on Uber Eats they had it buy one burger get one free. So yeah. All right, we're gonna start this episode. Yes, sir. What's going? Oh, thank you, Slaughter, for the heart me. I appreciate you. Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Peach Tea, where the flavor is sweet and the talk is spicy. Yes, I'm your host of Peaches, and I'm here with the co-hostess with the mostest, Mo Isha. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clap for a bitch. No, I'm just nah. That was funny though. Y'all, I've been advertising this for like the past few weeks, and we are finally here. It is episode 3, and it is need us. Let me set the scene like I've been doing. Where I gotta go? Right here, and then go right here. Let me pause the music. Right here. The topic for tonight is tales from the Kewchie Crypt. Yo, we are talking about all things fucking horrible sex, basically. Just horrible sex stories. Horrible, everything. Got some, throw some little hotels in there if we can. And just, just talking about just the bad experiences with sex that we all have. And I invite you out there in the chat, on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok, to just join in the conversation. Give us your 2 cents on any given thing. We got 9 people on TikTok right now. What's going on, 9 people? How y'all doing? Welcome in, Nishay, Anita, Ken. How you doing? Tay, Jor. What's going on? Everybody good? Looking good? Smelling good? Feeling good? All right, Kiara, what's going on? Uh, Damn, where do we even start? Cause baby, bad sex, baby, bad fucking sex is like, I feel like it's coming more frequent. It's more frequent than it is less frequent.
I hate that for you.
Well, not for me because I honestly, chat, I haven't had sex in about 6 years, 5 6 years. So I think the calculation is correct, but I feel like it ain't. That just means I'm a bust off on a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's exactly what it means. It means I'm a bust off on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Give him some of that hee haw. I'm gonna be
My girl said she got picked up energy.
exactly. That's gonna be me. That screen. Yeah.
Hey y'all.
Hey, what's up? Cedar's in the building, everybody. Um, let's see.
And you gotta come make an appearance. You haven't seen you in so long.
Exactly.
Love that asset. At least look at him.
Your favorite person was coming on. Welcome in. Yo, let's talk about what's a red flag in bed that's an instant turn off.
LMAOIM.
See, sorry, I read the chat and I started laughing because Trash said men, and I get it.
Bye.
I feel like it really just depends for me personally. It depends on the person that I'm with.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm not really one of those people who's big on spit like that.
Me either.
Yeah, no, because once it touches the air, it gets a little cold, and then it doesn't feel nice to me. So for me, it's like I'd rather you not.
I'm not too big on the spit thing. However, I'm not too big on. It's like in certain spots. Like I'm with you on the it be too cold shit, and don't spit in my mouth. That's an instant. Like I'm not with it. Excuse me. No, no, not to knock anybody else who likes that spit in my mouth bullshit. That's that's on y'all, baby, but not for me. Not for me. You
Yeah.
could spit on my coochie and my booty hole.
And see, for me, I'd rather you not. Please don't.
Girl said no. Nobody want that crispy air on the
No,
crack.
for real. That shit's getting cold. I don't like it.
Emotional damage.
She said, hell no. She don't want that shit. Listen, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Have you ever told somebody that they was bad in bed?
No.
Don't spit on me, T.R.
Sorry, I'm
On
reading
nothing.
the chat.
Yeah.
Ass, but if it's between your booty cheeks, don't it warm it up because the body temperature? You're not wrong, but it's the feel of the initial contact because it takes no time for spit to get cold, and that
On God.
the second it takes to drop onto you, it feels so cold, and that's just I don't like the sensation of that.
Agreed. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Black.
yeah, no, and don't let there be a fucking fan on.
Big Lee
Oh,
said,
God.
don't spit at me on at all on nothing, blah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But shout out to the people who are. But to answer your question, I haven't told anybody that they are bad in bed. Um, the instances where I was messing around with somebody who wasn't really that good, I never really did it again with them. I'd be like, yeah. This is
So it was
fine.
like a ghosted situation.
Yeah, yeah. No.
I've definitely ghosted before after some horrible sex. Because baby, what?
You have to ghost them out.
And I'm a firm believer that people can be taught and, you can communicate things. But at that point in time in my life, I wasn't really super experienced. So I wasn't comfortable with, telling somebody if I was enjoying or not enjoying something.
Mm-hmm.
And for sake of, aliases, we'll call this guy Deuce. I remember I was probably 19 at the time. And I
Right.
remember I had known Deuce probably since I was like 15. Like we were cool, but I never really kicked it with him like on some solo dolo like that. So out of the blue, he hit me up and he like, hey, not trying to say call him Uno. Since he never came back dead ass, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You know what? I'm gonna call him Uno. Alright, so Uno called me and he like, yeah, I ain't got shit going on tonight, and I'm trying to see you, blah blah. I'm looking like, you know what? For shits and gigs, I'm gonna entertain it. Mind you, at the time, he lived like 40 minutes away from me, so it was gonna be a cool little mission to go out to him, and that was my biggest mistake. That I really took that trip to go over there. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna say that we had a bad time because like we did go out and like went to like some car meetup or whatever. That's just what he was into.
Right.
So I had fun with the people over there, and then we had stopped and got drinks and blah blah blah. But after it was said and done, we go we go back to his crib, and let me tell you, there was no foreplay. He just got on top of me, and when I tell you, he came in like 2 seconds.
Oh,
looking at him
hell
like-
no. Hell no.
Yeah, and he was like,
AW
"I'm so
Tucker
sorry,"
Dale.
and I'm like, "You know what? It's cool." I was like, "It's fine." I'm not making a big deal out of it. I was like, maybe I'll give him a minute to like, get it up again. And I waited like 15 minutes, and like he was spent. He was spent, and I was just like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I had a
so
similar
I'm gonna
experience,
go."
Momo.
And he was like, "Oh, like, no, it's cool. Like, you can spend the night and yada yada."
Ew.
I'm just like, "Yeah, no,
Ming Lee said, yeah, I had a similar experience, Momo.
yeah." And when I tell you that was the longest 40-minute drive back home. I feel like it was a waste of my time. Oh my god. And did he call me the next day trying to get me to come back? Yes. Did I answer my phone? No.
Contemplative drive.
Ah, yeah. No.
Oh nah,
I
not.
tried to give him time. I tried to be patient. It was like, this shit happens, But the way that he was just like ready to call it a night and like
Coos,
turn over
excuse
and go
me?
to sleep, I was just like, the audacity.
Uh-uh.
No, for real. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, it must have been amazing to him because he did not stop hitting my mind for like 2 years after that. It took a very
That's
long time to
wild business. No, I've definitely had. I can honestly say the most horrible thing off the bat for me has been the fact that I never really got a chance to
start knowing better.
Okay. See, this said time for these people to start knowing better. But I would have to say that I never really got dudes that I've slept with were all selfish. So they were worried about getting theirs and not worried about me. So I never really got a chance to come like that. Yeah. Yeah. My poor Kewchie. Lord Jesus.
Emotional
like-
damage.
Is it just like the general consensus of majority of the guys that you've chosen that have just been?
Oh yeah, every last one of them was
My
an
life
ancient
was
ass
like that at one
motherfucker.
point.
Oh well, damn. You gotta pick them better. I mean, we.
Oh
all
yeah,
pick a brand
yeah.
All the time.
This is when I was
know,
younger though,
but,
you know.
You know.
It
I
was
hope that,
definitely.
you find a good, generous lover. I feel like everybody deserves to. experience
Hopefully, with this man that I'm trying to manifest into my life comes with a game dick that's like superior and got a fucking baby leg as a dick and all that whole bunch of stuff. I love that for me.
that. No, I support that.
Oh my god, nah.
I mean,
You know what?
Trash said in the chat, find you some Kewchie, they come adjustable. But I've had
Ew.
bad sex with you too. So
Adjustable is crazy. That made me think of like fucking Legos and stacking and shit. Like I don't know what the hell where my mind went. That's why I was like, ew, what the hell?
it's crazy. What's going on?
I don't fucking know, baby. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yo, you know what? I would have to I would have to throw I'ma just throw this in there. My first fucking time. My first time, guys. Oh. A lot of people know about this story, but I remember when I had lost my virginity. And it was with this dude who I just thought was like fine as hell and and it was like a super late night and then he came over and then we lived in a private apartment at that time. Well, yeah, I guess it was a private apartment if you want to call it that. It was like we were the only apartment in the business building and we was in the hallway. So I lost my virginity in the hallway. Don't judge me, bitch. And
Don't judge me. This shit is crazy.
yes.
But we listen and we don't judge nonetheless.
Right. So he came over and we spent like I don't even know what the fuck we was talking about, but we talked for a good little minute and I just was like, yeah, whatever. Then it just came down to it. And then he got on top of me and just was like going to town, but he wasn't going to town. And I just
wasn't.
like he really was not. Like when I tell you this motherfucker, all I saw was head and neck moving for sure, and it was like nothing else. And it was like I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he had the nerve to ask me during, and he was like, yeah, you feel that? You like what I'm doing here? And I was like, yeah. I distinctly remember me saying it just like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you poor thing.
And then I don't even think that he got a chance to finish or nothing like that. I don't know. He probably did, baby. I don't fucking know. But I know my mother came into the hallway and she was like, she called my name. I was just about to say my name. She called my name. And then I was like, yeah. She was like, what are you doing in the hallway? I was like, just talking to my friend. And she was like, well, get your ass upstairs. You got to go to school. And I was like, all right. And he got off of me and he was like, hey, what's up, sis? He got off of me. He was like, yeah, now you know what I could do. Do you know? honestly, yo, after that, I literally did not. I thought he was like the ugliest motherfucker ever after that. And I was trying to dodge him so fucking bad. But this motherfucker became obsessed with me after that. This motherfucker gonna come to my house talking about he wanna have dinner with my family. He went to my uncle and was like, oh, I love her. I plan on marrying her one day. I'm like, hello? What's going on here? Like, I was shook. Baby, after that, I was like, no. I had to ghost him for sure. And it was so hard because he works like literally next to my fucking house. And I seen him like almost every day. So it was like, oh my God, how can I ghost this dude? But I ended up doing it. I was like, oh, never again. That shit was so trash. And I don't know why his fucking lips, when he was kissing me, it just felt like they were always cold.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, it was like, why you got these morgue ass lips?
Oh my God.
Fucking morgue ass lips, bruh.
Crazy.
That shit was disgusting. Oh, chat, can y'all relate? Can y'all relate to that? Do y'all have anybody that ever kissed you with morgue ass lips? Like, what the fuck? That was so horrible.
I hate that for you. Oh my God.
First
Ellen,
time.
fair.
Get away from him.
Not Cedar laughing at me, but like straight off the bat, like my first sexual experience was that, and I was just like, is that what sex is? Baby, do you know that I did not have sex for a whole fucking year after that? I said, hell no. Hell no.
Rightfully so.
Hell no. But then when I did, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Playing with Peaches. But then when I did have sex again, it was with this dude, and he had a big old dick, and I think I was just doing it just to do it.
Yeah.
But it took me a minute to do that shit because I was like, hell no, because I thought that sex was going to be like that. This motherfucker didn't move nothing but his neck and his head, and he was like, he was doing, I'm like, you going in my head, I'm like, this motherfucker really going in. I'm like, what? Yo, I literally was like, what's going on here? Like, what the fuck? Got the nut. He was like, yeah, you feel that? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, baby. And he just was going in and doing all this whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, what the fuck?
I hate that for you. I really do. God.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Like, get out of me, sir.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. He just said, like, get out of me, sir. That's how I felt for sure.
Right now.
Right now. Because what the fuck? Excuse me.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Have you ever like stopped in the middle of sex and be like, this was an absolute mistake?
I'm trying to think, and I don't think I've ever felt like that.
I have.
Oh.
Several times. Several
God.
times. Like, soon as I get into it, you know what was bad too? Have y'all ever gotten inside of y'all head while fucking? Like, you just be overthinking it to the point where you can't even like focus on fucking no more. Like, you just lose the sensation of fucking, and you just be ending up laying there and singing fucking lullaby songs in your head or some shit. Like,
Honestly, no.
Oh,
So
so it's just me.
it's not just me because I have had this
Emotional
conversation with
damage.
people, for me, I tend to be like hyper present for that.
Mm.
It's really hard for me to like check out in the moment. But I mean, if you're not having, well, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, I've definitely like have been in my head about what was happening,
Mm.
but not to the point where I was like checked out and like singing songs to myself to pass the time.
Oh baby, I had to check out somehow. I ended up, you know what it was? It was like, I don't know. It'd be like one slightest thing. It could probably be like the faces that the motherfucker make during sex, and I'll just be looking up like, ugh, this motherfucker ugly as shit, bruh. Like
Oh my god,
that ass though.
I was crying.
That literally will get me out of the fucking mood in a heartbeat. Like if you got an ugly ass face, fucking, I would definitely be like, nah, this ain't it, buddy. This ain't it. And I'll just be like, ugh, like nah, I can't do it no more.
You know, at this point, are you sleeping with people that you're not really attracted to? Is that what's happening?
You know what? When I was younger, remember, I was a hoe, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
admitting it. So that could very well be
Okay.
it. It could very well be it. But baby, oh my god, have you ever taken a Virgin's V, like a V card? Have you ever taken a V card?
No, no. Everybody that I have been with was not a virgin.
Oh my god, I took this one dude's virginity one time. Horrible. It was horrible.
Well, I mean, I would expect for it to not be great. He didn't know what he was doing.
He didn't, and then it was, yeah, he didn't at all, and then he didn't know what to say. He didn't know where to place his hands. This motherfucker was just lost in the sauce altogether. And over me being who I am, I'm like, yeah, freak daddy, big nasty. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna show him what it is or whatever.
All types of shit. He was probably just sitting there.
I was. That's the funny shit. I was saying mad, crazy, wild ass shit, and he was like, no, I had told him to say my name, and the sheer fear that he had when he was saying it sounded like he was shook. It was.
He was saying it with a question mark.
He was like, peaches. It was just bad. It was bad. Peaches. I was like, Lord Jesus, why did I do this? And that motherfucker fell in love with me too. I had to ghost him too.
Crying.
I had to ghost him. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry to that man. I don't even remember his name.
You snatched his B card and then you ghosted him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sent him on his day.
Sorry to that man.
Now you can say you got some good ass pussy for the first time. No, can't front on that. He just didn't know. He was like, oh, you know what's funny? Because he did hit me up like years later and was like, oh, you remember me? And I was like, oh God. I was like, yeah, I remember you. And he was like, yeah. And he was trying to get it back. He was like, yeah, you took my virginity, but I know what I'm doing now. So let's, like, kind of spin the block. I was like, yeah, thanks. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh, poor thing. Ah, God.
I hope that man is married with children. Bless him, because he was a nice little boy. Nice little boy. That's all I got to say. And he had a schmedium dick, so it was alright.
That's medium.
Schmedium. Has anybody ever said anything during sex that made you like, okay, that vibe killed? It's done. It's over. Try said I traumatized that poor man. No, I didn't.
I don't think I've ever been told anything that had me like, what the fuck? I've had somebody make a noise that was weird, and I started laughing.
See, now that is one of my questions too. So that's funny. All right, let's go there. What was the noise?
I don't know. I can't even do that. I think it sounded like a fucking walrus. I was like,
What?
the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that shit was so fucking funny. I think about that shit randomly from time to time, and I just die laughing every time because in my mind, I wasn't really doing anything.
Right.
So I don't know if like he was just too much into the moment or whatever. Cause I was just giving head, but like I said, I wasn't really doing shit.
Right.
So I'm just into it, minding my business, thinking about other shit. And then, like I said, I don't know. It's like if I could find a fucking clip, you know what? Hold on.
Oh lordy, lord.
Hold on.
She about to find the clip, and I'll take that time to adjust the chat. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Playing with Peaches / Peach Tea Podcast. I am Peaches. I'm here with Moesha, aka my best friend and my co-host. We are here talking about the topic for this podcast is hold on, let me pause the music real quick because you know I gotta set it up correctly. It is Tales from the Kewchie Crypt. Yes, sir. And we're over here talking about horrible sexual experiences that we had. Chat, has anything mentioned been any of y'all? Have y'all ever had to ghost somebody? Have y'all ever had to hear some weird ass noise that made you be like, baby, Have y'all ever heard? Have y'all had sex and somebody, the person that you was fucking made some weird ass noise? I never had that. I don't think that I've had.
My best eater had a very feminine moan. I had to tell him to hush once.
Oh no!
Crying. God.
Ming Lee said her best eater had a very feminine moan. I had to tell him to hush one time. No, I cannot. Cancel extra. What's going on? Welcome in. I can't. I wouldn't be able to deal with no. I mean, if that's how he sounds.
Mouth was vicious.
I'm gonna put
Baby said yeah, but it's okay cuz this is the noise.
LMAO.
This is the noise she said this motherfucker made.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Hold on, y'all. Wait. No. Ew!
It was so weird. It started out as like a moan, but then it ended with that. I was like, huh? What? Are you good?
Oh, no. I just keep playing it back to back.
And then we was just sitting there looking at each other, and I started dying, laughing.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Nah, Chief. Nah, he'd had to go.
You know, he was my boyfriend, so you know it was water under the bridge. We laughed about it.
Mick Lee said, nah. The Filet-O-Fish commercial from McDonald's started playing in the middle of it. Hell fucking no.
Not Filet-O-Fish.
Oh my God.
The way I would have dried up LMAO.
Exactly. Ming Lee said the way I would have dried up, laughing my ass off.
You know, but that was at the time, that was my boo, and I was all
goo goo gaga over him.
Yeah, it was sick. So
yeah.
We laughed about it. I didn't let him live that shit down for like a year. That shit was so funny.
I mentioned before in the first episode that the fucking to music thing, but I don't think that I went into in depth on it. So here goes another story from Peaches on and this is why I don't have sex to music, because motherfuckers is weird. So I had this one I had this one dude. We called him Who Am I? We called him Where Am I? Because I honestly I don't remember his name. I think it started with a D. Like I don't even remember. Anyway, but we called him Where Am I? Me and my best friend. So I was talking to Where Am I, and he's called Where Am I because every time he came over, the motherfucker would look around my room as if he was lost and didn't know where he was. So he looked like Where Am I every single time. So one day we had decided to get it popping in my room, and this motherfucker puts on music, and he go ahead and why am I standing? Hello? Is you stupid, bitch? Sit down. Cause that's weird. Like what made you stand up? Is you okay?
Guess you had to stand for the story. That's okay.
Right. I was looking like hello? Oh boy. Yeah, so we started getting into it, and then all of a sudden like it was fine at first. We was getting it popping, and I guess he must have heard his song and then started fucking me to the beat, like literally on the beat. And it's like 2 seconds I was like, hold on, is he fucking me to the beat? In my head I'm saying that. I'm like, is this motherfucker fucking me to the fucking beat? Say if it was DMX, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. This motherfucker was like bop 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 like that. He's on the beat, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? And I opened my eyes to look at him looking around like, where am I, as he was fucking me to the beat. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Horrible.
You will never forget how Unc did me like that.
Sasha asking, do you remember what the song was?
I don't remember. It was some slow song, but he was on the beat. I think it was some slow song, but it was just so ill. No, it wasn't a slow song. It was like a mid tempo, and he was on the beat, and I don't like that.
Slow song for me too.
Nah, and this is exactly why niggas will never have. People will never have. People will never have the chance to do a music video in my coochie ever again.
They was trying to have a dance break.
You hear that? Where am I? You will never get another chance. Take your lost ass on.
Okay.
Have you?
I'm not a huge fan of music when it comes to sex. Like, it's okay, but if it's my preference, I don't. Nah.
I wouldn't mind, because there is a lot of songs that you hear that just make you feel a little bit fucking spicy and make you get all tingly on the inside and shit. Like, okay.
Well, yeah, the music can get me there, but once we there, I don't really need it no more.
I like
True
to
that.
hear the macaroni and other various sounds.
I'm with Ming Lee. Ming Lee said I like to hear the macaroni and other various sounds. I agree.
Exactly.
I need my man to talk me through it for sure. I need to hear that bass in his voice rumbling, especially if he eating my cooch. I need him to talk into my uterus.
Yes.
I know that's right.
With that deep ass voice and make it vibrate like my shit gonna be like woom woom.
Nothing sounding like a damn
YLWLALPLWNQN.
Oh my god.
Hey, what's up, Bellamy? But that's for certain. That's for sure. Oh man.
Oh my god. Jeez.
Have you ever faked it just to get out of it?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
gonna lie. Like, I was mad as hell at myself for even having myself in that predicament. Cause there was this dude I used to.
It was going on way too long for no reason.
It was more like a flick. Lasted like a couple months, but we only messed around the one time. And when I tell you this, he was a great guy for the most part. But when I tell you meat package, my goodness, I said, "Whoa, where did you get all this from?" And it was so how you got all this and you don't know what to do with it.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. It was just, I don't know. It was so disappointing, and I just faked it so that he would like wrap it up. Because when I tell you at that point, like I was fake because he was just putting in work, but baby, I was just like at this point, like it's not even enjoyable. So I was like, please, like can we hurry this up,
Baby?
That we're still here for like 40 minutes, baby. I'm over it.
I faked a lot of my sexual everything. Like, I faked a lot of everything. That'll be faked on Second Life. That'll be faked on in real life. I faked it a lot.
Oh, I've definitely faked it on Second Life. I had an ex that I wasn't really enthused when it came to that. Great personality, but when it came to that, I just wasn't, so that was more so shits and giggles for them. And yeah, shout out to them.
Hot mess. Nah.
Maybe I was getting an Oscar, okay?
Okay. If you're not saying the things that I need you to say to make me be like, okay, it's literally mind fucking to me. Like, you have to literally mind fuck me. You got to be saying some crazy, not really too much crazy, but it's just how you say it, how you command it, how your confidence is when you're saying stuff, and all of that shit. But other than that, hell to the no. I faked a lot of stuff. I faked it for sure. People will be coming in like, oh yeah, you like that, baby? And I'm like, oh yeah. Oh Tom, thanks. Oh my god. Like, no.
God.
Yeah, you just gotta set it up.
Nah. I've only faked for one person on SL, and that, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But
I faked for a few, y'all. Guess which ones it was. Hey, what's the 1250 crew gaming in the building? Dee, thank you so much for that rose. I appreciate you. But yeah, definitely out here fucking faking just to get out of it, just for it to be over. I definitely used to do that with my ex as well. I used to be like, okay, because this motherfucker, he was only in it for himself, but luckily it didn't last too long, so I ain't have that much faking to do. Or if I wasn't even feeling it, that's another thing too, with the selfish fucking lovers, like, especially my ex, like, the motherfucker would get on top and he'll be doing whatever he do, and then, or whatever, and he'll get his nut and then roll over, and I'll be like, hello? Like, you don't see that I got a pussy? Like, you better eat. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like,
faking moans, which is crazy.
Selfish.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, there were times when I did have to man up and be like, like, that's not good. Like, I would definitely voice my thing, like, that wasn't it. Like, you gotta go. Like, this was not it. Because a lot, I think that's the worst thing that us women can do, is be gassing these dudes' heads up or these women heads up or whatever the case is, thinking like, making them feel like they doing something and they really ain't out here hitting like how they think. So these motherfuckers be gassed up coming to the next person like, yeah, because I ain't never got no complaint. Of course you ain't get no complaint, because bitches will not speak their mind. We just let motherfuckers go ahead thinking like, yeah, that man got the pipe the pipe of a lifetime.
Yeah.
All the while y'all motherfuckers be whack as shit, just going around thinking that y'all dick is great.
I try to like redirect, not every time when I be like, yeah, I wasn't feeling that, because I know how I can come across to people, and most of the time when I'm trying to be I try to give constructive criticism, like people tend to make it seem like I'm being mean, even though I try to, put it so gently. So I learned the art of, instead of this, we tried this, or instead of that, let's do this over here. And that seems to work better for me, but unfortunately I feel like in the last couple of instances that I was like really like emotionally invested into a situation with a person, like I feel like that kind of went to their head. It made it seem like, oh well, she liked me, so it must be great. And it's like, yeah, I like you, but
Right.
don't.
This half-ass Peter Piper pick the pepper that you over here trying to serve, baby. It ain't it. That ain't it.
Dazzle. But motherfuckers don't like to hear you done had it better from somebody else. And I'm not the type of person to be like that. But like also, don't ask me, because I'll be honest.
Right.
Don't ask me questions you don't want the answer to.
I've definitely went through it and faked. And then the dude would be like, oh, so how was it? Like, did you like it? And I'd be like, not really. I didn't have any kind of thing.
Damn.
Yeah. Because you gotta be honest. I don't want them, they be like, what you mean you didn't like it, whatever. I'm like, well, it was alright, but I didn't really get a chance to come, or I didn't get a chance to this, that, and the fourth, or blah blah blah, or just had to let him know, because again, I fully believe that us women need to stop saving these motherfuckers' egos and let them live up to their potential for real. Like, let them learn so that way they can actually be good at that for somebody. Not me. For somebody. You know what I'm saying? Let them be good for somebody.
But I also do want to throw out there too is that a lot of people they underestimate how important foreplay really is, and how much further in advance it really starts. And I feel like when it comes to like culture in general, when it comes to like dating and hooking up now, everybody wants like the fast gratification, like we're just gonna get into this and it's gonna be great, but you don't really spend the time and really understand how a person likes to be approached and what turns them on. It's not gonna be as good as an experience as you're hoping it would be,
right?
So keep that in mind, because yeah it's not gonna be good if you really don't slow down. Ain't nothing if you with a person who's just like down to fuck or whatever, and that's just the kind of person that they are, cool. But you have to keep in mind that everybody's not like that,
right?
Because in instances, have I been like that? Yeah, where I'll just hook up, on a spur of the moment kind of thing. That's not really my steez, but I've been there, done that. It ain't really for me. But the circumstances have to be right. And most of the time, people do not make the circumstances right. So yes, foreplay is all mental. It starts mental first. So put in work before.
Exactly. Dudes be so eager. Beaver is crazy. I cannot stress that enough too. Like what she said. Just take your time, buddy. Like, mentally fuck a female. Get inside of her head, say the right things, just talk, or whatever the case is, and or whatever it is that you need to do. Like, get in her head first, and I promise you that everything will be like easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and you'll have that coochie on drippy drip drip.
Not on drippy drip.
That ass though,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of a lost art, really, because not many people understand.
That's what I be saying.
Or why they need to do it.
Exactly.
And then it's just like when they're met with pushback and they like confused. It's like I mean, if you're used to somebody who's easy,
Right.
that's cool. Go over there. But me personally, it's not gonna work.
That was just like when I had this one dude. Now there was this one dude that I had met. I don't even remember where the fuck. I think I met him on Tagged. If y'all know what Tagged is, Tagged. Child, that shit just popped in my head. Tagged is such a fucking throwback. If y'all don't know what Tagged is like an old school dating website type thing where you put your profile up and you go and meet other people and this, that, and the fourth. It really turned into the hookup site for real, to be honest. But
I might be too young for that.
yeah, I think you might be. But I remember I had met this one dude. Motherfucker was fine as shit. Or light skinned little cutie with the waves. He was kind of tall. Let's call him Mr. Shrubbery, because when we went on a date to Olive Garden, and he was acting like he was starving, and he got the salad, and he was like, "That's it? That's all we get? Some shrubbery?" So that's Mr. Shrubbery ass baby. He this man was packing. He was packing to the gods. He has a nice piece of artillery on him, baby. A nice weapon there. You know what I'm saying? Loaded up, cock it. That thing is a shooter, okay? More than a mouthful. He had a nice little. It felt like a 10. It felt like a 10-inch. You know what I'm saying? And nice and thick too. And it was clean. It was clean. You know, didn't have no extra, skin. None of that shit. It was just beautiful. But the motherfucker did not know how to use it. Oh.
That'd be so disappointing.
It was, and I guess he thought just by just sticking it in and then that being it and just doing whatever, it wasn't like it was no real foreplay. It wasn't nothing. It was just like he'll just stick it in and whatever, and then he'll be thinking.
One of my exes, and it had a curve.
Oh yeah, he had a little bit of a curve from what I can remember too. Yeah, but Mr. Shrubbery, and he had the nerve to cheat on me, and I found out that he was cheating on me, and me and the girl actually linked and became friends, and she's still my friend to this day. Hey, Lizzie. That's besides the point. But yeah, so this motherfucker didn't know. Yeah, that's my girl. I went to her house for Thanksgiving and all that. I love her. Me and her sister, all of that. Everybody cool. But yeah, just horrible. Didn't know how to work it, and he actually got mad because I wasn't moaning. He was like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm just laying there taking it, like, whatever, because he thought that I was supposed to be wincing or whatever because his dick is so big and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, like, I eat those.
That I eat.
And, yeah, but this man got mad, and I didn't speak to him after that until I found out that he was cheating on me.
With Cheetos.
No, I didn't put no, he's not the one that I put Cheetos on his dick. Although, if I did line his dick with Cheetos, it probably would have been 4 on that bitch, I promise you. That was a big hefty dick. He had a hefty dick, huh? I love that. Have you ever been injured during sex or, like, hurt?
Not hurt. Oh, no, I'm lying. Let me take that back. The same person that I said was really, really big, and he didn't know what he was doing. He was so rough. He was so rough, and
oh my god,
I don't mind rough sex. That's not the problem,
right?
But I just feel like it, like damn near. I'm not gonna lie, that he did me some damage. I was like, why? I was in pain for some days. Like, my god. And I was like, yeah, never, ever calling him. Crazy.
She said, "Hell no,
Totally,
baby."
like, yeah, no, I was so sore. I was swollen. It hurt to sit. It hurt to walk. It hurt
Oh
to
my
pee.
God, yeah, no, he
Damn,
did too
bro.
much. He did too fucking
I was
much.
just like, oh my God. Oh, I hated that for me. I was cool off anybody for a very long time after that. I didn't sleep with anybody else for like 2 years after that. So I was like, yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way. Cause just fuck me.
Right.
So you don't give a damn about me. Okay.
Oh
All right.
no. Not
Yeah,
not this
no.
motherfucker said, "Fuck your walls." Bang bang bang.
No, seriously. It's like, yeah, no. And it was kind of like one of those things where I didn't really realize how bad it was until the following day. And
Right.
I was like, damn. Oh my God. Yeah, I never called him again after that.
Yeah, nah, cause that's
How
kind of
dare you.
crazy. Yeah, like why the fuck would you do that? Trash, thank you so much for the heart me as well as that go popular. I appreciate you. Excuse me. Chat, we encourage conversation from you guys as well. Y'all could jump in at any time to give your 2 cents on the topic, which is Tales from the Coochie Crypt. We're talking.
Music low key.
You said what?
I feel like you need the horror music in the back.
I did. I mean, I got the dun dun dun. I got that. Yeah. So we're talking about horrible sex stories. Sex stories that just wasn't it. Sex stories that you faked through. Sex stories that that you got injured from. We're talking about it all here on Peach Tea. I hope y'all cups are runneth overing. Excuse me. God damn. Which brings me to this one story. A lot of people already know it as well. But it brings me to this other time where I had a one night stand. I had quite a few of those. Yeah, good times. And hold on. Yeah, it be doing that stupid ass. Your live will end, so I had to verify. But excuse me. It was this one time I linked up with this one dude, and I took the bus. It was all the way in the boonies of fucking Brooklyn, and went over to his crib, and this motherfucker, if my memory serves me correctly, he met me at the door with boxes, and it was like, honestly, thinking back on it, there was no furniture in the house. Like he just must have moved in, or they must have moved in, or some shit like that. Cause he made like a nice little covery pallet on the floor, and he was like, "Here we go, let's get right to it," type shit. All right, cool. I guess I ain't come. Can I get a sip of water? Nothing. All right, no hospitality. All right, dry mouth. Not a sip of Kool-Aid. Goddamn, y'all ain't got no cranberry juice. Anyway, so we're getting to it, and then he decides to go down on me. And when he went down on me, it started out cool, and then it just got very fucking weird because the motherfucker decided to do raspberries on my coochie. And by raspberries, I mean, like, you know how you be on the kid's stomach and you go whatever like that? He was doing that on my pussy. Like, what in the fuck made him think that was going to be pleasurable? Not only that, he was blowing on my shit like
Not
it was a
beatboxing the box.
child. I'm trying to tell you, Trash gonna say not beatboxing the box. Not only that, he was blowing on my shit like it was a hot bowl of fucking soup, like mad hard. He was like, I'm like, what? Hello? What's going on? Dante, thank you so much for the
I
follow.
would have left immediately.
Nah.
Oh God.
Yeah, but I did. after that, I was like, yo, I kept moving his head, like pushing his head up, like, yo, I was like, yo, just relax, or whatever the case is. And he was like, oh, my fault. And he'll go back to doing the fucking raspberries and shit. I was like, okay. I had to push his head off. I was like, nah, I gotta go. And he was like, what's wrong? I said, nah, cause this ain't it. I gotta go. I think my cat is calling. I gotta go. And he was like, he was like, oh, what you mean? Yeah, spitting is an understatement. And he also thought, and then he was butt ass. It kind of gave me the vibes like this motherfucker just got out of jail. Like,
Oh God.
I can't even remember his face, and I don't remember his name. So yeah, that was just horrible in itself. For you to just be like, for you to. And he was bent over, like, you know, he was bent over on the floor, because I could see it in my head. He was bent over on the floor, like as if he was a werewolf changing. Why did I put the clapping noise? I didn't mean to clap. Oh my God. But yeah. Ass in the air. His back was all fucking curved. Like, you know how them hairless cats be, like, when they get scared? That's how he was looking. Oh my God. Oh, Todd, thank you so much for the heart me, and Dante, thank you so much for the heart me as well as the follow. Welcome to Playing with Peaches. Yeah, so that was that, and that's another fucking horrible story for me. I had to go. Baby, I got the fuck up. I got dressed. I wiped my cooch off with all that excess fucking flabber lipsticks, whatever. And I was going. I was at the fucking corner waiting on that bus, baby. I was like, let me get the fuck going. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. This is the Peach Tea Podcast, you guys. I'm here with my co-host and best friend, Moesha, aka Pepper. Cause I'm salt and she's pepper, and together we are seasoning. Yes, we got that from Tony Baker. Shout out to Tony Baker. Right. We're talking about Grisha. What are you talking about? Okay. So we're talking about. We're talking about horrible sex stories. It is Tales from the Coochie Crypt right now. We're talking about horrible ass sex stories from our lives, from Second Life, from real life. We're integrating everything because, baby, it is what it is. City SL coming in with that follow. Thank you so much. Welcome. Shit, let me know when the next one I'll pull up in the audience. Tickets be on sale, baby. Tickets be on sale for it. It's not too hefty to sit in the live studio audience. Is only $500 for a ticket, baby. So if you want to come through and sit in the audience, we got some people in the audience right now. We got my niece, we got my sis, we got we got chocolate and shut your ass up, trash. We got chocolate and peanut butter, the Strap Brothers in the building. The sexual exotic dancer. We got Poodle in the building as well. Potato Sensei, what's going on? Yes, this is my podcast. It's Peach Tea. This is what I've been talking about all week. Yeah, we're talking about Tales from the Coochie Crypt. So we're talking about all of our crazy sexual stories that just was like horrible, just horrible. Matter of fact, all right, what was the most awkward or gross thing that's happened mid-stroke?
Awkward or gross thing?
If that has ever happened.
I don't think I've ever had anything happen mid-stroke, but I did have this really weird situation happen at the time. I was pretty young. I was like 16. And I used to talk to this dude for aliases purposes. We'll call him Bobby.
Us with the fucking names though.
Yeah, Bobby. And you know, back then, I'm not gonna lie, Young Slick was a mess because I wasn't really sleeping with people, but I would snipe
Nia, thank you so much for the follow.
anybody's face at any.
I got caught in a
I could
sneezing
not be
fit
touched
once,
because the
but I
opportunity
backed
was
up
there,
before
so I
they
was
got
going to
hit.
take a seat. But
Snail.
yeah, when it came to
Ew.
Foul.
he was expecting for me to, return the favor, and I was like, you know what, you're cute enough, I guess, so I guess I'll do it.
Mm.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the oddest time for me to be sucking some dick. Cause let me tell ya, I was like, yeah, no, I don't really like when guys that I'm not with come in my mouth, so don't do that. But let me tell ya, he was trying to give me no warning, but I felt it coming, so I backed up and boom, shot me right in my eye. And let me tell you,
Hell no.
it was all in my contacts. And I had to
Oh
and
no.
it was so embarrassing.
Oh my god. I'm going to clip that.
It was in my eye. It was in my hair. It was just, oh my god.
Trash said I got caught in a sneezing fit once, but I backed up before they got hit. Jazz said snailing, laughing my ass off. And then Potato Sensei said, I mean, y'all was 16, so y'all was doomed.
I mean, I was 16. He wasn't 16, but we're not going to get into that, you know?
Okay.
I had no business being over there, but that's what
It
it is.
is.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, for those girlies out there who understand that sometimes you have no control over what your coochie does, and I mean period wise. There was this one time I was younger, there was this dude that I was so smitten with when I was in high school, and we was together, and then we stopped being together, and then we kind of linked back like a few years later, and we decided to get to smashing, and I ended up catching my period. Now, I don't know when my period is going to come, on the contrary to a lot of other females who can clock their stuff, because I have cysts on my ovaries. It's a lot of shit. So it kind of makes your period irregular. You don't feel it. You don't know when it's going to come. None of that shit. And I ended up catching my period during this time. And he didn't notice. It was dark, and he turned on the light. And when I tell you, this motherfucker act like it was a crime scene. This motherfucker was so, he was like, ah! Oh my god, oh my, it's everywhere. Are you okay? Oh my god, what the fuck? Like, this nigga was panicking hard, and I was like, calm down. He was like, what do you mean calm down? You're bleeding. I didn't know. Oh my god, why you ain't tell me? I said, cause I didn't know. If I knew, you think that I would be here, my guy? Like, are you shitting me? He was like, oh my god, it's everywhere. This man had a sheer fucking panic attack. Ken and Devon, thank you so much for the follows. Welcome in. Chat, all the girlies in there, can y'all relate to that story? Has that ever happened to y'all? Like, have y'all ever caught y'all cycle during sex? But that was like one of the grossest things, for real, to be honest.
I haven't had that happen.
Yes, lol.
Oh, baby girl say yeah, that happened to her.
The second person that I ever slept with, he was a little bit more on the bigger side, and I had only been with one person prior to him, and that person was, I won't say that he was small, but it was enough, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I call those just my size.
yeah, it was just enough. It was comfortable.
Yeah.
And so
Comfy dick.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so crazy because, like, honestly, the dude that I'm talking about, he was almost my first, but, he got scared because he realized that he was so big and he didn't want to hurt me. And I was like, you know what, that's valid. And I'm actually very thankful that he waited. But, when we finally did start talking again, that was like a year and some change later. when I tell you the first time he ever stuck that thing in me, it was so big that I think that low key, like, he popped my cherry. The first person I slept with, even though we slept together multiple times, that never happened to me.
Right.
That time I did bleed a little bit, and it wasn't like a super like large amount. Like when he pulled out, I could see like on the condom, and he panicked, like he freaked out, and he was like, "Oh my god, I thought you said you were the virgin." I was looking at him like, I'm not, but also you're big as hell, so like, why are you? Like,
right, right.
But mind you, we were downstairs. Well, I don't know why we were downstairs on the fucking living room floor, but you know, teenagers. What can I say?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We had a bathroom downstairs. Like he could have went to the bathroom he panicked and ran upstairs to my bathroom. Why? I have no idea. And like he was up there for like 10 minutes, like trying to like I guess clean himself off. And I was like, it didn't even get on you. Like, what are you? Yeah, he was scared to touch me for like a month after that, and I was just like, wow.
Not the chakra seal release. That's what Potato says.
So
I'm crying. Yeah. Yeah, the sheer panic. These dudes be acting like it's the... And you know what's crazy? On the flip side of that, I had an ex who wanted to fuck me on my period.
Some people are into that.
I don't care what nobody said. Period stinks across the board because you know it just smells like fucking iron and heavy metals and all that whole bunch of shit. It just stink. Period. So I don't understand the infatuation with that at all. That was a fucking me. If whatever my dude wants kind of shit, I'm gonna be like. He was into 40K, wasn't he? Yelling for the emperor. Maybe he had anemia. I'm crying. Listen, like I was saying, I'm very much whatever my dude wants type kind of thing. I'm gonna give it to you within reason. And if he wanted that, I gave it to him, and that was just a bloody ass mess too. I mean, it was cool. You know, they say that fucking on your period is good for like for cramps and stuff like that, but it to me it was just a bloody mess. It was just a bloody mess, and
I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it again.
Instead, like, use your butt, sis. It's not that deep.
Right. Fuck that. Let's see. Oh, and another. For purposes, we're gonna call this one. We're gonna call this Paella Man. And Paella Man, I remember we was together in the motherfucker. We was like, we was like together without being together type shit, and he wanted some head. And I remember this one time specifically, I had went to give him head, and now mind you, he had an earthworm gym. If y'all don't know what the fuck a earthworm gym is, he was uncircumcised. He was out here with the spiffy turtleneck. He was out here living his best life. He had on the turtleneck. He had some geek glasses with it. He had like yeah. He had a coat to go with it. It was just
There's a lot going on.
yeah. It was crazy.
Nah.
So he wanted head, and okay, cool. So I went down to pull that shit back, and he had mad shit under the hood. Like, he did not pull that skin back too clean. This motherfucker had limp balls. He had hair. I said, yeah, I'm not doing this. Thanks anyway.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Dudes, let me tell y'all something. And let me pause the music to say this. Listen, if y'all are walking around with a motherfucking turtleneck dick, if y'all got a earthworm goddamn gym, if y'all are out here with a hooded savant, please pull the skin back and clean that dick. Because not only does it catch like old hair and lint and all that whole bunch of stuff, when you pee it be drizzling down, when you come it be like, listen, clean your shit, clean that dickle before you get somebody to want to lick that pickle. Okay, please. Please, god damn, that's so nasty. Fuck that, I had to clip that shit.
Lol.
Not the PSA.
Got to, cause dudes be so quick to be like, oh, bitches don't be cleaning it. No, what about y'all guys and y'all dickle hygiene? What about y'all guys and y'all dick? And don't forget to scrub your gooch.
Yes, very much that.
Scrub your gooch. Get all around your motherfucking balls. Open up your ass cheeks and scrub a rag in that bitch, a soaped up rag in that bitch. No, that does not make you gay. It makes you clean, bitch.
Exactly.
Nobody should be going around saying I just let the soap water slide into my ass crack, because that sounds more.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. For sure. For fucking sure. Hell to the... No, y'all not getting no goddamn airtime more from me, bitch. Please. Get it together. Tell them about... Oh, listen, they got exfoliating gloves too, baby. I got a pair in the shower right now.
Yeah, I love those things.
Yes, Mo put me on to the exfoliating gloves.
Oh yeah, one thing about it, this skin will stay supple.
Okay, supple. Exactly. Not. I can't say. I was just looking over my questions, and I can't say that I really had anybody make any kind of noise. But that noise that you delivered.
Yes, Lord, I love soft skin.
Yeah, soft skin. I like soft skin on a man, but rough hands. You gotta have rough hands. Have you ever called somebody the wrong name during sex?
No.
Have you ever been called the wrong name during sex?
No, and I think that I would probably swing if that were the case.
Somebody called me the wrong name one time.
How did you react? Because baby, I would have been.
I told him to get the fuck off me, because I was like, what is that?
No.
Yeah, he called me his fucking baby mother name. And I was like, oh, nah. I was like, did you just fucking call me your baby mom's? And he was like, nah. And laughed it off and thought it was fucking funny. And I didn't find that funny. I said, nah, you gotta go. You gotta go. And he was like, oh, why would you,
instead of Peach.
Definitely called me Pear instead of Peach. I was not feeling that. I was not. Daisy coming in with the motherfucking roses. Hi, Sunflower.
Never again.
Yeah, nah, he ain't get shit from me again.
What?
Exactly. So, what did bad sex teach you about yourself and dating?
That I would feel like, for me personally, I don't settle for it at all. Like, I literally would be like, yeah, no. And especially if it's not somebody that, like, I'm emotionally... If I'm emotionally
Vocalize
invested,
what you
that's
need.
different, because I will spend the time to communicate so that we're on the same page. Because that matters to me.
And
I'm
what
not
you
saying
like.
that when it's not emotionally invested,
Right.
like, I'm a selfish lover, because that's just not the kind of person that I am. But I don't even want to waste my time if I feel like you're not going to handle business the way that you need to. I have no toleration for it. I just be like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Though.
Exactly. I think that now, after experiencing all that I've experienced with these whack ass motherfuckers, is that um choosing wisely, and letting it be with somebody who understands or try or listens to understand. Because if I'm gonna tell you, okay, well that hurts, and then you still fucking doing it, bitch, you gotta go. And I need you to listen so that way you can understand what it is that I need from you to do. And I also need the foreplay. We need foreplay. We can't just get up and be like, okay, ding, I'm ready. I mean, we can, but
Yeah,
it is a time and place. And then also it's like some girlies require that rev.
Foreplay is a must.
You gotta rev the engine a little bit. You gotta rev the engine. You gotta get inside my head and give me what I need mentally in order to make the splash waterfalls. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. I think that for the most part is what I learned with all these bad things. Will I accept bad dick again? I mean, if it comes and I try to correct it and he still want to do what he wants, he's out the door. And I'm going to tell him that he was whack. And I'm going to just for the sake of it, I'm going to tell him that his dick was little.
Oh my God, please.
It is. But no. I'm not gonna do that. That's why I'm saying with this manifestation that I'm doing of this new person in my life, Zaddy, come prepared. We gonna have our own little Diddy Freakos. I'll clap on that one.
You're sick.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Diddy freak off is wild.
It's just gonna be me and him though. We not gonna have like no extra person inside. That's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it between us. We gonna be finger popping each other's assholes. No, I'm just joking.
Sitting in the corner in a hijab.
Jess said sitting in the corner with a hijab.
Oh my
No,
God.
no.
So the same amount of baby oil. Nah, we probably just gonna use like half a little bottle. He really just need the oil. Oh, hey, what's up, PSD in the building? All he really needs to do is just, you know, oil up my cheeks and my titties, and I'll be all right. I mean, if he want to oil my stomach too, that's fine. Big bellies need oiling too. I'll just glide across the body. If I'm on top, I'ma just glide the fuck.
Slip and sliding LMAO.
I'ma just, he gonna squeeze me. I'ma slip out that fucking head. You know how you squeeze something that's slippery, that shit just pop. That's gonna be me. Oh my God, nah. But y'all, that was the end of this episode, you guys. Wait, really quick. What's a red flag in bed? That's an instant turn off.
Men.
You said what? Not trying?
Yeah, not trying new things. Cause there's enough that you can do, but like to only get in here and we do the same thing every time.
Agreed.
It's boring.
Trash said men. Phaedra said no reciprocity. Potato Sensei said being called daddy without a Darth Vader mask on. Shut the fuck up. What? That's hilarious.
I in the chat said Slick want the man upside down on the wall to suck his dick or something. Well, if he can, why not?
Okay.
Try, or I can try.
No top.
I'll get upside down. Let's
Right. Why not? Why not?
yeah. Little.
Major red flag.
No top, major red flag. Well, yes, I would have to. I would have to agree. What's a red flag for me? A red flag for me is if he don't eat, then you childish bitch. Get the fuck up out my bedroom. Well, ass eating is not a requirement, but if you would like to indulge in some bouteille, feast away. What else? I would have, like I said, definitely no foreplay. If you ain't doing no foreplay, if you're not mentally stimulating me, then you gotta go.
Boo gang.
You gotta go for sure. I'm not with it.
Boo tang.
Boo gang, boo tang. I think that's about it. And if your dick is 2 inches, gotta go.
If I don't like you like that, that's a problem. If I like you already, we can make something work.
I don't know what 2 inches could do. What could 2 inches do?
I mean, not much, but you know, it do something.
Yeah, no, with 2 inches, he's gonna like easily on thrust, on pumps or whatever the case. He's gonna fall out every time. He's gonna be like,
Appropriate, that's
we
it.
can buy other things.
he's gonna be like,
I can work with you if I like you a lot.
oh, Ming Lee said the same thing. She was like, "Yeah, I can work with you if you could work it a lot." All right, so I'll have my limits. Like I don't mind a small one because I've definitely had a small one and they actually did damage. Like they was good. They tore it up, and I was like, "Okay, little didn't hello, you did your thing." And then again, I had the 10-inch, Mr. Shrubbery, who didn't know. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing with it. So.
Definitely gotta know what to do with it, cause I'm not gonna lie. The second best I've ever experienced was a little bit on the smaller side, but he knew exactly what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, little big man. Exactly.
Shout out to him.
Right. But yeah. Nah, I'll have like 5 inches I could deal with. 5 inches I could deal with. 6 inches I'll deal with. Maybe 4. But I think that'll be like the lowest that I'll go. If you come to me with something else other than that, then I'm gonna be like, what's going on here? Which brings me to another story, which I mentioned in the first episode when we were talking about fetishes.
I cried.
Let's call this man Mr. Chewy Gum Gum. This man, Mr. Chewy Gum Gum, he wanted me to bite his dick, and he.
Oh no.
During head, yes, he wanted me to bite his dick.
Crunch.
During head, and I was like, you sure you want me to do that? He was like, yeah, I love that.
Yes, but
And
not
I'm
too
like,
hard.
no, he wanted it hard. Like the more I was gripping, he was like, go ahead, keep going, and I was like this, and he was like, keep going, and I just was like kept going, and it was like I damn near like could have bit his shit off the way that my teeth was clenched on it. Yeah, and he that was to me was a turn off because it was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Sir,
Yeah, because it's one thing to be into pain, but I don't know. That almost sounds like a crime, almost. Like what?
Right, and then on
That's
top of that, it made me think because I was like, okay, here you want me biting your dick. Did somebody else bite the rest of it off? Because it's already little. It's already little, Mr. Chewy Gum Gum. I don't know. Somebody done ate the rest of his dick, and then he wanted me to finish the rest of it, and I was very perturbed. I was very.
Rightfully so, because I'd been like, yeah, no, I'm okay.
I mean, I did it, and I ghosted him afterwards.
To the corner at
Cause best believe, the way the baby, I could have blew it, and the motherfucker would have came.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, and he was calling after that, and
I bet he was.
yeah, exactly.
You actually did it. I bet he was.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because he was fine as shit. Really tall. He was super fucking. He was real pale, and he had beautiful eyes. And he had a nice ass smile, but it was just like, okay.
Hey Peach.
What's up, Meatloaf? Coming in with that heart. Thank you so much. But yeah, it was so sad. It was very sad.
That's how he gets him.
That is how he gets him. All he got to do is just look at him, and then he had a baby. So it was like, how'd you do that? Where did that come from? Ciao. Chat. That's the end of the show. We talked about so much on here. It was a lot of horrible stories. These motherfuckers. Yeah. At the end of the day, guys. At the end of the day.
Go get a burrito.
Ooh. Trash, shut the Trash gonna say time to go get a burrito. What the fuck?
Not gonna lie, a burrito kind of sounds good. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, I mean, yes, still, but that shit is funny as fuck. But chat, I appreciate you guys so very fucking much. I appreciate you. Yes, this episode was fucking fun. It was informative. Y'all got to know another side of me. I mean, y'all just learning so much about me. Yeah, thank you, Cedar. I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put here in the chat, and right there is the Peach Tea podcast page on TikTok. Make sure that y'all go ahead and smash that follow on it, and stay tuned for new episodes. It is bi-weekly, so the next episode will be the 19th of July. So make sure that y'all are here for that, and we're gonna turn up. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fun. Again, tickets is on sale if you want to sit in the live studio audience. You're more than welcome. We love having people come in and chill and vibe and partake in the conversation as well. Also, if you are on Second Life and you have if you have a business on Second Life, you may close or something like that, and you want to plays the living single intro on the way out. If y'all are entrepreneurs on Second Life and you wanna get like some ad time on Playing with Peaches where we mentioned your product, definitely link with me, and I will let you know what prices are available. Trust me, it's not too much. I'm not gonna be hitting motherfuckers over the head, you know what I'm saying? A time was had though today. Mo, I appreciate you always.
Of course. You know I'm always down to come out, say a little thing or two.
Love my bitch down. This my bitch. And we'll be back on the 19th, you guys, with a brand new episode of Peach Tea, the podcast where the tea is flavorful, but the The talk is spicy, baby. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back again at another time. All right, later, you guys. I will see y'all on fucking Monday. We'll be back at Coochie Burger, baby. We'll be back at Coochie Burger. And shout out to the 6 new viewers. Shout out to the 6 new viewers. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the follows, the conversation, all of that stuff. I hope that you enjoyed the show. I really appreciate y'all. A little recap video will be up tomorrow. I'll try to do it tomorrow. All right, y'all. Peace out.